Very, very, very true. What's up, everybody? This is Bryson Fowler, and we are live here on Boss Talks on the Rooftop. We have the greatest honor of introducing our guest, the CEO of Grouchy Monkey Cigars, Mr. Hyman Lazega. Hyman.
Whoop, we're already starting breaking up.
Got him right here. So what's going on, baby? Can you hear? Can you hear me just fine?
I can hear you good. Hey guys, welcome everybody to the show.
Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Tell a friend. Come on in. Come on in. Tell a friend. And you know what? I have Grouchy Monkey Cigars, the goodies right here. The goods. The goods. And we're gonna try one with live while we get into who he is, and I love the fact that I'm not gonna choose one. I'm gonna, and the first one that fell out, we're gonna smoke. We're gonna smoke. We're gonna choke. We're gonna choke. All right. The Grouchy Monkey is Shipwreck.
Boom.
Yeah. We got this Shipwreck Grouchy Monkey, guys. You want to make sure you got, because you just released this, right?
Well, yes, it's a recent release.
Oh, bet. Bet. Just a recent release. And I'm going to do a straight cut for this with my Kingpin Luxury cutter, guys. It's the perfect cut with the stamps on it. It's nice. Boom. And ooh. Let's see the construction of it. It's a barber pole, guys. It is a look at it. Look at it. Yeah. So enough of that. Enough of me being silly. Let's get serious. Hyman. Cigars.
Oh, say that again. You broke up a little bit.
Why cigars?
Well, this is a passion. I think for me, it started. My father smoked cigars growing up. He used to have a little tiny factory in Little Havana here in Miami that he used to get his cigars hand rolled for him there. Back when cigars were inexpensive, I guess. And that smell always stayed with me. And then later on, I basically just never smoked cigarettes, just took a liking to cigars, probably in my 30s. So love the smell of it. So that I think that smell has stayed with me forever.
It's you never forget a face. You may forget names from what you hear, right? But it's something about a taste and a smell, and never really goes away. Like it's just etched in your mind. Like, oh, that smells like this. Where's that at? Or you like,
Mm-hmm.
I know where to look for that at. Or like, when's it ready? You smell it first, right? And so I go into say that because most of what we're tasting in a cigar is coming from what we're smelling, right?
True that.
So guys,
It,
if your nostrils are clogged up, you might need a spice bomb to clear your sinuses out. But then it's gonna stay in there for a while. A while.
that's so good. Yeah, I think some of the documentaries I've watched, they talk about that smell bringing back memories, how your senses react to smell and taste and such. And I think it begins for me with smell, for sure.
Mm.
I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking right now. This is just amazing.
It is that is interesting. So, guys, if you're a fan of root beer or a root beer float, yeah, you're gonna like this. Um, it is wow.
If you notice, he does a ring with the wrapper on the end of the cigar, on the foot of the cigar.
Mm,
And it helps with the construction, keeps it well constructed. You know, it's a
mm. Let's talk
uh,
about that
yeah.
ring on the end of. So, guys,
Let's
look at the foot of the cigar right there. That's the ring he's talking about. Well, I'll take this one out. I'm gonna smoke it later anyway and put it in my humidor. So, because I don't plan on giving this one away. Talking about along the cigar that it says adds to the construction. This is the shipwreck from Grouchy Monkey Cigars. We have Mr. Hyman Lazega of Grouchy Monkey Cigars on here, and he is over here selling root beer floats.
hmm I'm gonna go with it.
Beer floats and calling them cigars.
Mhm. Wasn't it you who
I'm
said it was
usually a fan
Dr.
of it.
Pepper?
Mm,
Like a Dr. Pepper a little bit?
mm. The more we get into it, yeah, it starts to turn like a Dr. Pepper-ish, where it has that sweet pepper to it. And yeah, but the creaminess is coming from like a root beer. Like yeah, it just has, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know I like it. I know I like
You,
it very, very much. Um, so what was your background in? Is your background always been in cigars?
nope, has not. I originally grew up in the construction business, as we discussed earlier, a little bit, getting to know each other. Renovations and remodeling. My father's a contractor. Later on in life, I always had a love of airplanes, and I got into aviation later in my life, in my early 40s, I believe it was,
Mm,
and became a commercial pilot. And I fly private jets. I fly private, very well-to-do owners who are incredibly fantastic, by the way, great people to work for.
yeah.
And so that enables me to travel quite a bit. And everywhere I go, I visit cigar lounges, obviously.
Hmm.
And there's nothing better than going into a cigar lounge, picking out a cigar, lighting up, and being able to talk, to all the great people. That's the beauty, the camaraderie involved with cigars. I also love to talk to the owners. I think early on, this whole thing started with like, hey, I really want to have a lounge one day.
Mm,
And so throughout that, the years go by. I wound up getting on this end of the business because it's not practical for me to own a lounge now.
right.
I'm gone too much. But so wound up developing a blend, which the first one was the Jungle Land, which is in Habano, Maduro, Connecticut. And,
Mm,
and I designed that cigar for me. Because I said, if I'm going to make a big investment into cigars, I better love them, because if I have to smoke them all myself, I'll,
right.
So yeah, I always had a love of something about the smell, man. You just smell a cigar, someone smoking a cigar, and it affects people differently. Me, it affects in a way that, it brings up very good memories and very, very desirable for me.
Mm. And you said something near and dear to my heart because I have a construction business, a roofing business in particular. Um, hell, Bosstalks on the Rooftop was initiated because it just to reverberate the fact that I have a roofing business. So, how did you come up with the Grouchy Monkey?
So it's an interesting story, and in actuality, we had a rescue. A 40-pound black mixed dog, and who we recently had to put down, which was broke our hearts. But she we always called her Monkey Butt because her butt looked like a monkey's butt. And it's kind of funny and bizarre, but and she had a really bitchy resting face. She just looked grouchy, and somehow in that process, we came up with Grouchy Monkey and, and ran with it. And here's our
Your
big
cigars are
monkey
named
here.
after a dog's ass.
Yeah, kind of really. She was a monkey. We called her Monkey Butt, so we had like 10 different names for her.
Yeah.
Aretha Stankenstein, we called her Indiana Bones, Monkey Butt, this her name was Piper, by the way. But
Yeah. So I'm if you don't know, if you hadn't heard, my job is walking around in the front yard right now. So I'm a huge dog lover. So I understand, like, having the love for your pet, and they love you. You love them so much that they get on your nerves.
mhm. We adopted another one.
Mm,
I have to have a dog in my life, and like almost a month after we had to put the other one down, Piper,
yeah.
we went out and
Sorry
got
to hear
another
that, by
dog.
the way.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was tough, yeah. So,
Hmm.
but she had 9 good years with us, and she was, you know how a pet is. It's part of
Yeah.
your family.
Yeah, they become part of your family. They're like one of your kids, and it's like, man, you take care of them. Like, you wake up, you feed them, and you take care of them, and run around. It's one of those harsh things that, like, hey, you're my guy for however long you're alive, and
Hmm.
hopefully I outlive you, but still,
Yeah,
I got to make sure you have a good life while you're here,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Uh,
And she had a great life, so
yeah,
celebrate the life. That's all.
right. And, that's what I love about cigars, right? Because it's a celebration of life, and then that you have it geared toward um, a family member. I'll say a family member. It may be your fur baby, but it's a family member.
Hmm.
It just speaks volumes as to why we should be able to enjoy and get behind your brand as well. Not just you, but it's like when we enjoy cigars, we're enjoying family and friends. We have party, and so I love the fact you're putting. I love it.
Well, thank
So
you.
absolutely. So when you're in your travels, what made you pivot? Because that's a huge construction to a. It's a there's like a huge spectrum, right? We have a friend, like we were talking about backstage, our friend at Good Old Aviation. You guys, if you haven't checked out the Hangar series on Bosstalks on Rooftop, our friends at Good Old Aviation, that is their hangar. And Mr. Hyman is a private pilot, by the way. So that pivot from construction into aviation blows my mind, because it's a thought that I've always had. So talk to me about that.
Yeah, so I think in life, we talked a little before the show. I grew up and I was interested in everything but studies and all the important things, unlike my siblings who, went to high school, went to college, went postgraduate, became very successful. I went into construction right after high school, and like I said, my father's a contractor, so I basically grew up in that business. But I had taken a flying lesson years later, after high school, and it stuck with me just the way cigars do, in a sense that it planted a seed inside me. And it took me a long time through life and trying different things and working in different, construction and all types of management and stuff like that. And I decided to do it later on, that's what I wanted to do. You should never live your life wanting to do something and not doing it. That's the worst thing. I think there's a saying, the graveyard is filled with people with great ideas, you
Right.
know, and I just don't want to be that ever. And that leads into why I did the cigar business. When I made a decision to do it, it was, man, here, engine started, shifted in first gear, and let's roll, baby.
And see, I love that when you make a decision, when you make your mind up, you activate it and you get going. And I'm I'm thrilled to see how much progressive you've been, how aggressive you've been with your cigar line. Um, Talk to me a little bit about the this shipwreck here, because I know I'm reviewing it, but I want to know from you yourself what was the motivation behind this?
Okay, so Jungle Land, you know, I don't want to mention another brand, but I was looking to do the Jungle Land as something like Padron, that when you light it up, it smokes the same way all the way down and really doesn't change flavors and such that much. It's a very consistent, always draws good. Draw is so incredibly important to me. And we wanted to do something a little different. We wanted to go a little more complex. And again, this is really the brainchild of Miguel Pinto from
Mm,
MGE Factory, who makes our cigars for us.
mm,
Um, and basically, so this cigar is, the filler is Esteli, Condega, and Jalapa. Those are three regions in Nicaragua. The
mm,
binder is Criollo Desflorado. And what that means is, it's basically when they're harvesting the plants, they cut the flowers off the top of the plant,
mm.
and it creates more energy into the leaves of the plant, and it has a distinct flavor. And then the wrapper is uh, two different leaves. It's basically Habano and Oscuro. So, and then it's in basically a barber pole fashion. And, you know, a lot of people are like, barber pole, you know, gimmick, you know,
Right.
people put them in the humidor. Oh, I just want to try something different. Let me try that type of thing. We didn't
Mm,
want to do that. I don't ever want to make a gimmick cigar. I
right.
want, you know, I want great cigars and nothing less than great cigars. And, you know, and that's what we did. And Miguel is just brilliant. And probably, you know, the best gift to our business, and as an individual, having
Mm.
him as a friend and a colleague. He's just the best to us. Um, Makes amazing cigars, wouldn't settle for anything less. And like I said, we're very fortunate. And, you know, I took his advice on it too. You know, we could have priced it like 16, $17, and you see so many cigars priced like that.
Hmm.
And it's basically not what we're trying to do. I want everybody to be able to afford our cigars. And it's not about making money today or tomorrow. We're doing this business for 5 to 10 years from now, so that
Right.
we're an established and reputable brand. So
Hmm.
we price this cigar under $10, which, you know, legitimately could be more money, but that's not what we're trying to do.
You priced this around $10.
Hmm. Under, it's under $10.
This right here.
Hmm.
I'm not mad at you. You know what? We're gonna be friends.
Well, we're going to continue doing that because I'm a believer in, um, let's. I want to, like I said, I really want to build this brand for 5 to 10 years from now, um, and we're not going to do that if we're producing 17, $20 cigars. Maybe, you know, maybe in the future or whatever. I just don't think it's a good business move either. So
Mm.
I'd rather more people smoke our cigars and love them. And that's what I've seen on social media. People's response to the cigar is incredible. People are loving it. And listen, from my standpoint, you can't imagine how much that means to us to see someone post that they smoked our cigar, which we made, and absolutely love it. That's the greatest gift. That's what we're doing this for. So.
Mm. I can appreciate that, guys. Just so you guys can see the ash, like let that auto zoom. I like how it's coning, because that when it cones like that, it's like the way it's constructed. It's blooming, right? But as you guys
Mine's
can
the
see,
same.
we're stacking dimes. You can look at the color of the ash. It's very good, clean, creamy tobacco. Look at the burn rate, the burn lines. Even with my uneven burning of the cigar, it's still like slowly even all the way around for you.
Yeah, I smoke a little too fast. Is my downside. I need to slow down and relax, tranquilo.
Get a little shipwreck in you, man.
I
So what's
joke.
that? What's that like going from thousands of feet in the air, 636 miles an hour? What is that like? And then when you get on regular back on land, how does that even translate?
So it's funny because aviation, for those of us who are professional pilots, it's got to be a passion. And it is. It's always been my dream to be a pilot, and I succeeded in accomplishing that goal.
Mm,
Now I'm an experienced captain. I have plenty of time, plenty of experience, and my passion is in a different place now, and it's in cigars and tobacco. And it can be challenging sometimes because sometimes I'm in grouchy monkey mode,
right.
and when I go to fly, like I'm going to do tomorrow in the
Mm,
morning, I have to shift gears. You know what I
right.
mean? And get into pilot mode. But it can be challenging sometimes because I'm in cigar mode most of the time. you know.
Right.
So I have to make a transition. I have to compartmentalize. That's the word, I guess. So.
Mhm. And when you that keeps you in your mode of um staying the course, right? Like what is the motivation behind the course behind Grouchy Monkey?
So the motivation is incredibly high, and it's been that way since the start. And that comes from, like I said, seeing people's posts and the response people are giving us to our cigars. And it's not just a shipwreck. I mean, everything we've produced thus far has gotten great responses as to being very well appreciated. That you can't ask for better motivation than that. And like I said, I'm a guy who puts a picture. I'm very visual, and I have a picture like of what I want in 5 years from now.
Mm,
And for me, like eventually I want to move onto a property and get a small house for my Layla and I. And I want
mm,
to get a separate building on the property and have our warehouse and factory and everything there. And I like get a picture of what it looks like and use that picture and make it real. So
mm.
I almost feel what it's like 5 years from now. Um, I love this business. I'm having the best time in my life, and the camaraderie, you and I sitting face to face right now, this is, to me, what it's all about.
Right. Right. Being able to enjoy a cigar in the middle of the day.
All day long. I'm like four a
Oh,
day.
all day long. Absolutely.
hmm
I gotta do this to you. Timeline, well, time capsule, 30-year time capsule, a humidor, right? How that you're gonna put you say and you ask and you doing. You can do it of your line or or someone that you really admire. But which one are you doing?
Okay, you were breaking up a little bit, but you're asking basically like a 30-year, like what would I stack my humidor with? Is that what I understood?
Correct. Top five.
Yes. Okay. So, there's so many, it's a very challenging question, but I will tell you this. one of the greatest things for me is checking out other people's brands. And I have so much admiration for other brands. I would say Padron's an absolute go-to.
Mm,
It won't be Fuente. It won't be um, some of the major companies like that. La Galera.
mm.
La Galera is fantastic. They harvest their own tobacco, everything. They're a one-stop shop,
Wow.
which I admire. Those are Dominican. Um, a small company from the Dominican Republic, I believe their offices are in Pennsylvania. It's called Cuban Stock, and they have a cigar. It's a 10-year anniversary white label, and I buy them all the time. They are amazing. It's 10-year aged tobacco, I believe, in it. And people say, people bullshit. You can taste this tobacco. I smoke 4 or 5 cigars a day. I know
Mm.
that tobacco is definitely aged, and it is magnificent. Boutique brand wise, Howard G. Boy, Howard G can make some cigars, right?
Hey, I love Howard G. This is my
That
guy.
Black
Yeah.
Moses is incredible. So I salute you, Howard G.
Oh,
Um,
big time.
what did I get? I think I gave you 4. There's so many more that could be top added to that. I think I gave you maybe one more. What would I say? For me, it wouldn't be like Perdomos are great, and AJ Fernandez Decenio. Maybe that's a magnificent cigar.
Well, while we're about that, just guys, if you look, it's ashing in the shape of a barber pole.
Mhm. That's cool. Never noticed that.
Yeah, look how it's ashing in the shape of a barber pole. If you look at that white line, it's ashing in between the grays. So it's pretty dope. Um, it's hilarious because it's a great smoke, and then it's little nuances like that make this cigar journey fun, right? A lot of people like we can go into nerding out, right? But
Mhm.
it's got to be enjoyable. It's got to be fun, and you have a brand that it's not only cool, but it's fun. And then you have a great product on top of that. It's like
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly enjoying. I enjoy the shipwreck monkey. I
Thank
do.
you.
I
Well,
do.
I also focus on like everything from packaging. Like I want every customer, and I mean every customer of ours, to be completely delighted when they get that box. I'm even making new boxes for shipping that has the Grouchy monkey all over it. And I don't have to do that. It's costing me money, but I want this thing done right from the start. I'm very, very, is it OCD or whatever about it?
Mm,
And like I've even done some banding myself, and yeah, I'm a sole funded. I'm the only investor in the business, so I'm investing my retirement and my income into building this business because I believe in it. And my
right.
fiance Layla is like, "Can I help you put bands on?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." you know, Absolutely not.
No.
She's a different type of person than me. I'm a very organized and very, very meticulous person. The bands
Mm,
have to be put on perfectly. There's no just throwing bands on there. It has to be perfect. So,
right.
and I do the best I can to accomplish that. So, I'm anal. So talk about geeking out, cigar nerd. So,
Yeah, man. so like you put it in the little measure box and you go like the 3 rings down.
absolutely.
Are you
I
like
have a,
very precise? Like, okay, well, this because I like I these are the things I really think about when I'm enjoying a cigar. But the fact that you're that when it comes to your brand, oh, you
yeah,
can't do nothing but respect it.
I built a little platform thing for banding and everything, just like the factories have. Our factories, Miguel's factory, is in Esteli, Nicaragua. So they
Mm,
have all that. They do all that. But I started out in the business doing my own banding, everything a one-man show in the start. And I had to do it to be able to launch. But, I think the customers deserve perfection, as close to
Right.
perfection as they can get.
And see, a lot of times we don't, like, as a consumer, we don't see that. That's right. Walk us through the process of taking on the business side of it. Like, did you go paperwork first and then go into finding your product, or did you find your product first and then you went into your paperwork?
First, it came the whole idea, and I'm going to do it. And then the next thing is, where am I going to get my cigars? And then you start meeting with different factories and knowing what you're looking for. And I met with several, and several people made good cigars. And for me, I found a lot of small factories. We're in Miami, so we have a lot of options here. And,
A
a lot of the big, companies in Dominican and Nicaragua have their offices here. So
Mm,
there's a lot of opportunity being geographically in the right place. But I didn't find what I was looking for I felt like a lot of Miami companies were trying to recreate a Cuban cigar. We're not
mm,
trying to recreate a Cuban cigar. I just want to make a good cigar that's Nicaraguan and proud to be Nicaraguan. And again, we're probably going to do something with Dominican tobacco in the future too,
mm,
because I personally love Dominican tobacco. But meeting Miguel, I'll go back to that. The greatest gift in the world. They're probably one of the best guys you could ever meet. He's one of these people. He's very quiet. He doesn't like praise, and he has integrity. And that's something. My whole life is about integrity.
mm.
If I tell you something, it needs to happen. That's the way I feel. But yeah, so then you get the cigars, and you find what you're looking for, who can make them, and then you have a lot of work to do. You can decide on your boxes and cedar boxes. That's a challenging part, having boxes made. It's also a very big investment. Um, and that could be like a 3-month process, getting your boxes, 2 to 3 months, then bands and such. And the process, listen, so I have a mentor, and he's a retired Navy pilot and airline pilot, John
Mm.
Watson. And John, again, I recommend having a mentor because they
Right.
guide you. And I didn't know how to run a business properly, a cigar business, anyways.
Mm.
And he said, listen, you're going to learn as you go. You're going to make mistakes. You take that information, you learn from it, and you make adjustments. So, did I know how to do everything? No. I mean, the process is going to be, and I'm continuing to learn all the time. And if you're open to learning and can listen, you can learn from everybody. So, and again, watch what other people do. What are other boutique brands doing? Pay attention to what's their branding like, what's their boxing like, what's their cigars like. And then you can start to hone in and put the pieces together. Then I did a tobacco retailer's license. And like we talked about, I did my certified cigar sommelier tobacconist from
Mm.
Tobacconist University so I could be educated.
Right.
The other thing is YouTube, man. You can learn so
YouTube
much stuff on
University, baby.
YouTube. I'm telling you, man. I'd rather listen, the crap that's on TV. I watch documentaries. Watch
Right.
documentaries about the different factories because you can take the same tobacco and give it to 3 different factories and you're going to get a different cigar. Three
Yeah.
different cigars. The way that
Yes.
they do things, it's remarkable. I have like so much respect for all the bigger companies like Perdomo and Fuente and all these people who paved the way.
Mm. And see, that's it's like your is going to come from somewhere. It's either going to come from experience or it's going to come from monetary. But having a mentor is absolute paramount in your entrepreneurial journey, no matter what field you're in. And then especially in sports, you need a guide.
Right,
You need a guide
right.
for
And
this because
Miguel, and Miguel is my cigar mentor. He's my cigar
mm,
biz tobacco mentor, and it's in my best interest to listen to him, and I do. And one of the things that was a challenge was how do I get into this business and remain authentic? Okay,
Right.
I don't come from a family of cigar makers. I didn't grow up in the Dominican Republic. So how can I build this brand and be authentic? And some of the things I do is, even on the band, you could see it says blended by Miguel Pinto. Um, and I did that because I want to pay homage to where this cigar came from.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's his masterpiece, and I'm just running with his masterpiece, you know? So it's really important to me to remain authentic and true.
There we go.
Hmm.
I want to see if it'll get that
Hmm.
zoom out action. Boom. right,
Yeah, pay homage to the people who make these cigars. You
right,
know,
right. What is the next step for Grouchy Monkey? What I know you're working on a new release, or have you released it already?
no, I haven't released it. We're going to do our first flavored cigar, but it is a long filler, and it's
Mm,
going to have real cocoa in it. Again, it's Miguel's brainchild, and we're going to do it in a 6 by 50, and it's really, really great on what I've tried thus far. And they're being worked on at the MG factory in Nicaragua. A lot of other things, you know, I'm self-funded, so I wish I could do like half the projects that I have in my mind and that I have planned.
mm,
What I think I'd like to do is do a cigar of the month for my customers.
mm.
I want to keep all my regular customers who love our product engaged monthly. And if I could do something like 5 cigars for $34, I was thinking do three of their choice, any one of them, and then
Mm.
we do two that are mystery cigars. And they'll get like access to factory blends and samples and things like that. And, you know, thinking about doing something like that, like I have 800 things in my brain all the time. Wake up at 5 in the morning and out smoking a cigar, having coffee and chat GPTing and, you know, planning. And it's like insanity. It's
Right,
borderline insanity.
right.
So, uh,
but it's a good insanity because it's keeping the mind sharp and it's always staying active. So
mhm.
with staying active and getting active, uh, how do we connect with you? How do we find you and how do we place orders?
So grouchymonkeyscigars.com, simple, right? Very easy to remember. And it's an online store. We're in a few lounges right now. We're scaling up um, to be in more lounges in the future. And
Mm,
I'm a type of person who's a big planner.
mm.
Like if I know I'm going to be making a right turn a mile down, I'm in the right lane type of thing.
Oh,
It's
really?
it's a pilot thing, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like you have to think like way ahead of time. You have to be ahead of the airplane. And
Hmm.
I'm the same way in life. So um, I want to scale up and I want to get into lounges around the country, but I want to also make sure I'm doing it correctly. So
Right.
I want to be able to service them the same way I service customers. So I'm open to that. So if anybody has lounges or mobile lounges interested in carrying Grouchy Monkey cigars, please reach out to me. And again, I'll make sure I take care of them as well as I take care of every customer.
Hey, I love that. So with scaling, because first before you got into the cigar industry, we consume cigars. Going into lounge, what is your biggest pet peeve in a
Okay, you're breaking up a little bit, but my biggest pet peeve in lounges,
yes, as
I just think personally, I don't understand someone bringing an outside cigar into a lounge. I go to a lounge and I'm not only paying for the cigar, I'm paying for ambiance. So
right.
I don't mind paying a little more for the cigar. I'm perfectly fine with that because you're paying for more than the cigar, in my
Mm,
opinion. Um, and otherwise, that's probably the only thing that I would pinpoint on because I'm a positive person. I try to look at the best of everything, and going into lounges is great. You know what I mean? You get to
yeah.
meet people, have great conversations, relax. But I don't think, bringing your own cigar into a lounge, you're supposed to buy. That's, Support the business.
Right. And support comes in many different kind of ways. When you're in a lounge setting, I think it's very respectful to lounge and patronize the lounge, right? If you're sitting in McDonald's, you're not Burger King. I don't think you would.
Right.
Fine.
Exactly.
And I feel like lounges shouldn't allow outside cigars.
Yeah, I think most of them
It's
don't.
Yeah, a lot of them do though. A lot
Yeah.
of them allow outside cigars, which I think is crazy business model to have for me. Especially if you don't have your primary focus is selling cigars.
Right.
Why would you let someone bring sand to your beach?
Bro, there's 150 different choices in there. If you can't find something in that humidor you like, you got bigger issues. That's the way I see
So,
it.
and I mean and it goes to the point when people are like, well, oh, they don't have this, they don't have that. Hey, are you a person that smokes cigars, or are you a cigar smoker?
Exactly.
Right. Because if you're a cigar smoker, you're gonna find something in the humidor that you are going to enjoy or is comparable to what you normally prefer.
And the beauty is trying different cigars. You know what I mean? You're likely to find something you love and become a new regular for you. You know,
Right.
I think that's a common thing with the cigar community. Anyways, nobody wants to smoke Grouchy Monkey and only Grouchy Monkey alone. I know that. I'm that way. I love trying other brands. Listen, there's room for everybody in the business who's here. There's a lot of great cigars out there. And you know, cigar smokers, one thing is good is they do like to try all different type of things. Nice burn.
Exactly. Yeah, you see that burn. Just
How
give you guys
delicious.
an update on how it's going, how the journey started.
Mm-hmm.
It's going magnificent, right? So, guys, get you one of these shipwreck monkeys. I advise you to order a 5-pack, if not a box, because these are delicious.
I'll give you a better deal on 1,000.
Put a Kingpin luxury code and order you 1,000.
Okay, we can talk about that.
Order you 1,000 cigars. We got Big Country, one on Big Country. We got Limo SVC, and we got Madre Cigars in the building. The Pills.
Nice.
I am Jay. What's going on, guys? We're on live here this Monday morning, this beautiful Monday morning, doing a live review of the Shipwreck Monkey with Grouchy Monkey Cigars, Mr. Hyman Lazega, and my man is he's putting out some heat. He's putting out hot fire. You want to get connected with him? Go to Grouchy Monkey Cigars. He's gonna be tagged in this episode, tagged in this live. We're gonna get to know him a little bit more. So, Hyman, what cigar are you gifting to leave a lasting impression?
Well, I'm saying so far this one is, but the Jungle Land, and you know what? My girlfriend, fiance Layla, she goes on and on when we do an event. She gives out so many of these shipwrecks because she helped design this cigar. I let her like choose colors and artwork and everything like that and make it her baby. So she takes it to heart. You know, but the Jungle Lands, to me, that was where this whole journey started for us. So, but we got more to come. Stay tuned. So,
and the Jungle Land has the Habano, the Maduro, and Connecticut, right? Jungle Land is one of the series, correct?
Yes, that's our original launch, and we have it in a Toro box press and Parejo, which is a round Robusto as well. And it's actually people, I mean, they rave about the Connecticut being so great. I smoked a Connecticut this morning. That was my first cigar. And it's just fantastic. Great retrohale. Just a terrific blend.
We also have you send me a goodie package with the Distinguished 8.
Ah, that's the Candela.
So, I feel like I was supposed to smoke this on St. Patty's Day.
Again, this is another cigar like a barber pole that it's a niche market type thing, and people, are going to be like, I have no interest in a Candela. It's grassy, but this cigar, people listen. Customers have said it's the best Candela they've ever smoked, and that's the one that's got tobacco from Ometepe in it. It's a very delicate wrapper. If people don't know what they do with Candela wrappers, when they harvest leaves, they put them in curing barns, right? And they sit for 50 days, something like that, to turn brown and the chemical reactions that go on. Candela is basically heated right away. And what it does is it locks in and maintains chlorophyll that's in the leaf. It gives you a very distinct flavor. Some people in some cigars say it's a grassy tasting, but ours is not. It's actually a very, very good cigar. Candela wrappers, like Connecticut in a sense, it can be very delicate, but that cigar is just amazing. And I basically tried an Arturo Puente Candela, and I basically said, this is what I don't want, and we designed, because it seemed like they were just trying to put a Candela on the market just to have it. And it wasn't a great cigar. So the Distinguished Ape is really a good cigar, and customers are loving it. So, but again, it's not a super high sales item. It's a niche market. And again, I bought them because I like them. So
right, absolutely. So I'm gonna have to give you my take on Distinguished 8 as well. Shout out Mature Legacy. We got Sean Jones in the building. Guys, this is Mr. Hyman Lazega, the CEO of Grouchy Monkey Cigars. We're doing a live review of Barber Pole. We're entering into the third, right? So, guys, phenomenal smoke. Phenomenal smoke. I usually avoid Barber Poles. I really do. Looks like we lost them on video, but this is what happens when you're going live. So it's part of the process, part of the game, right? So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share the channel. Bosstalks on the Rooftop on YouTube, on Instagram, and I got all my guys. I got all my people with me. So, come take a look. We're gonna give them a little bit of time to take your time. What's the rush? And we're gonna bring him back up. Let's see if he can log back in and get some things taken care of on this side. So we're not done just yet. We'll still be going and rolling live. I usually avoid polls just because you're just not too sure what you're going to get. I feel like sometimes they're going to water it down, but this flavor, right? I'm a big fan of being flavor forward, not flavored infused, but flavor forward cigar with the type of tobacco that is actually in the flavor. Has like I said, it's almost like smoking a Dr. Pepper or a root beer float. It's packed with so many different flavors that actually like roll near dear to your. It has like a wood, a cream that has a slight touch of cocoa, and then it spirals into like this, like a sweet little honey thing. And those of you that know me, I put honey in my coffee. I don't do sugar. I'm on this whole cut out the sugar kick. Um, that's part of my thing. But messed up, I still eat Mr. Goodness to enjoy the Vitolas. Progress, not perfection. That's what we're after.
I'm
So let's see
sorry,
if
I
we got him
lost you
back.
there. Yep, I'm back. Sorry about that.
We got him back. So guys,
Ah,
we have Mr. Hyman Lazega back in full effect of Grouchy Monkey Cigars. And if you were just listening on my rant and rave about this shipwreck cigar, I give this an A plus just because honestly the burn rate is phenomenal. The ash rate is I was pleasantly surprised the fact that it could wow me in such a way because I was not expecting this. Like I like telling people that you suck.
well, I'm glad I'm not
it
hearing that today.
it brings my heart absolute delight.
Mhm.
Not because I'm a hater, but because I think it's funny. And just to see the little face of like, oh, like that's kind of funny to me. I'm an agitator. I don't know why, but it's me. It's part of me. It's we all have our own little problems.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'd
But
rather hear it straightforward anyways, to be honest with you.
right,
I'm too old for fluff,
right,
you know.
right.
So
So the grouchy monkey thing actually like really just played into my soul. Like grouchy monkey, I can get behind that. He's he's grouchy with a cigar in his mouth and he's smoking a cigar and he's drinking a coffee. So in my mind, that's how I look.
I think people identify with it, you know, and everyone could be grouchy. So they have their, like, I could see myself, you know, that's me in the morning.
Mm. So if you missed, I gave this an A plus. Mature Legacy said, "Oh, you're happy." Yes, I am happy. Okay, I'm very happy because it reminds me of drinking like a Dr Pepper or a root beer. Like I said, Dr Pepper, like I pair a lot of like cigars with pepper or a root beer, but the Dr Pepper has like 23 that go very well if you're not drinking. A Oh, we lost him again, but I'm continuing to extend on this. So, especially if you're not drinking a sweet oration like a cream soda, goes well with pairing a cigar to not enhance the flavors, but bring those flavors. So it'll eliminate all the other flavors, and then it'll bring these flavors out that will help you identify the different notes that the blender is trying to have you experience on the cigar journey. So that is my little tidbit of how I use my little tricks to the trade of learning my palate, right? So it's not that I just love Dr. Pepper. It's just really because it's part of my cigar journey. It's part of my cigar spiritual. Like, I don't like I got stuff to do during the day. I'm not gonna sit here and just have a whiskey every time I have a cigar. I smoke more than I partake in spirits or libations, right? So in order to make sure that my palate is fresh and ready to receive what the cigar has for me, I make sure I pair with a nice cream soda, um, Dr. Pepper, a Dr. to eliminate my sugars. So, guys,
You got me
that's
wanting to try this with the root beer float though, because it'd be interesting to try, you know.
hey, I'm trying to tell you you know this thing here, like mature legacy and they'll tell you that I am a very, 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 very harsh critic.
Oh, okay, good. So we done good.
Yeah, so when people see cigars, I'm like, hey man, I wouldn't pick this, but I can tell you why I wouldn't pick it. But I would pick this Shipwreck Monkey. And don't get me wrong, you told me about the Jungle Land, the Habano, the Maduro, but you messed up because you gave me this one first.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me this one first, and like all the other ones didn't have a shot.
Well, did you try the other ones yet? Because you'll be surprised.
You know, I tried the Jungle Land Habano,
Okay.
right? But the problem is that I had a reference point of what the Shipwreck is.
Right.
And this Shipwreck is really just is just the
Phenomenal.
bee's knees, man. It's really phenomenal. And I want to give you your flowers live and in person, like let you know, hey, this is a really good product, man.
Thank you, man.
I give it to you, hands down, for real. Love the artwork. Like I love the creativity and the artwork and all that. Just you know what? Hang out with me a little bit, maybe at Pensacola Cigar Festival weekend, and I'll find something to say rude.
Okay, I'll take it. I have tough skin. So yeah.
It's like these. Who needs enemies?
Right. When you have Bryson.
Yeah. But hey, it's all in good fun. But that's why I love the cigar world. Mature Legacy says he's not lying. He's fell victim to a few of my my insults or my critiques. But
Right.
Mature Legacy has good stuff that's been released and coming out. He has a fortitude that I absolutely love. Now I'll send you something as well because you yourself are a cigar connoisseur as well, because you got the certification for sommelier, and just you understand the cigar journey, and you're cool dude. You're cool dude.
Well,
Cool
thank you.
dude.
I appreciate that.
I wasn't sure what to expect with the Grouchy Monkey, but I was like, yo, the branding, phenomenal.
Appreciate
This
that.
Shipwreck Monkey, phenomenal. So guys,
Yeah.
go to Grouchy Monkey, GrouchyMonkeyCigars.com and order the Shipwreck, because if you don't like it, please let me know. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, but I doubt it. I highly doubt you'll say it,
Yeah.
but it's one of those things.
We haven't
So
heard it yet.
so what is it like going for these festivals? Because you stay busy doing festivals as well.
I wish I had the time to do even more of them, and we're going to try and look out to do some more festivals in the near future. But I have to maintain my flying career at this point. I would rather be doing my cigar business, but that's what's helping us finance everything. So the cigar festivals are a blast. I mean, you just to go face to face with people and have people come up and say, "Oh man, we've seen you on social media. Now can we take a picture with you?" I mean, that's like as cool as it gets. Look, I'm almost going to be as famous as a cigar rock star if I keep it up, you know. So, and
Rocky.
I dig that. You know what I mean? That's what
Yeah,
makes this so much fun, right? If we're not having fun, we need to be doing something else. So,
facts. And this is an entertainment leisure, luxury leisure, however you want to say it. Like Kingpin Luxury is a leisure and luxury company, and we indulge in premium handcrafted cigars with our accessories, with our shirts. Like, guys, I dropped the ash on this. There's no burns, there's no holes. You go to kingpinluxury.com and pick up one of these shirts. We just released them at our GTG North Dallas chapter inception Saturday, this past Saturday, and people absolutely love the fabric. It is there's people who are smokers. We are cigar smokers, baby. And I had to get a shirt that was going to be a little bit of ash resistant. You can just dust it off and it's not gonna discolor on you. And then if you drop ash on you, it's not gonna burn right through, but it'll burn you just enough. If you
need to get two. Don't forget your girl.
Yeah,
your girl's gonna want one because she's gonna
absolutely,
because we got like yours.
Yeah, we got different colors for the women too. So go to kingpinluxury.com and pick you up a shirt. Real cigar smokers get them. So that's all I got to say about that. Shame is not shame, but it's all about having good fun. So lasting thoughts on being a cigar brand. What would you like everyone to remember about your brand when it's all said and
done? Integrity. Definitely integrity, authenticity. We want to make sure that we leave a lasting impression of making great cigars. More importantly, every single customer means the world to us of ours. I take it very personal. I'm very hands-on. I like to know each and every one what they think, what they like, what they don't like, so that we could use it and always improve. And that means the world to us. Listen, there's so much pride involved when I send an order out, and each and every one of them means the world to us. It really does. I mean, it's a very personal thing. It's not just have someone throw stuff in boxes and put a shipping label on it. It's really a very personal thing to us. And we really take a lot of pride in that. And I consider our customers as friends. I'm just very, very honored that people, have taken to us and become part of our community as well. So we like to be part of the Kingpin luxury community now.
Welcome to the dark side.
Thank you. Bryson, I am your father.
Eddie? So find you, how can we connect with you? How can we place our orders? Let's run those handles again.
Oh, for us, GrouchyMonkeyCigars.com. And I'm a person, if you have any questions about anything, just reach out to me directly. I'm reachable.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna keep I appreciate your time. Appreciate the product that you are putting out there. It's Grouchy Monkey Cigars. Let's see if it'll focus for you so you guys can see the beautiful artwork. And remember, storms don't should. Orders, like, subscribe, share the channel. Peace. Two fingers.
We're honored to have been here.
Absolutely.